plus 22 or 12 degrees. And how much does this IS lag this one? So this is a lag. So we say IST lags VST by 21.8 degrees, this much amount. And look at this one. Now this is very important. Now note this last part very carefully. Note this IS, note this VC. How much does this VC lag IS? That VC, say, I can say this in phasor as well. So VC lags IS by what? This is 68.2, this is 21.8 by 90 degree. So where does voltage lags current by 90 degree? Right, in a capacitor. And what were we doing? VC is the voltage across the capacitor. And what is this IS? IS is the current through the capacitor. So we saw by calculation as well that whatever we studied here is valid. Now at the end, I am almost done with this sinusoidal steady state analysis. I would say that everything that relates to all the laws that we have studied, the Kirchhoff's voltage law, Kirchhoff current law, are all applicable to circuits in frequency domain. And a sum of sinusoid, say several voltages, like here, this voltage V1, small v1, this voltage V2, or say this is VR and this is VL and this is VCT. So here we know that this VS, we can write this VS is equal to VR all in time plus VL plus VC. Now this is a sinusoid, this is a sinusoid, these are sum of sinusoids, this is a sinusoid, and this is in time domain. So if we convert all of these into the phasor domain, then we say the phasor of voltage is equal to the phasor of this voltage plus the phasor of this voltage plus the phasor of this voltage. And these are sinusoids. By phasor transform, we can go into the frequency domain to solve what is this. So if somebody says to you, okay, find this cos of 10t plus 33 degrees plus 10 sine of 10t, the frequency has to be the same. This is the key point here. The frequency has to be the same. Why? Otherwise, phasor is not going to be useful. So these are two sinusoids now. This is a sinusoid, this is a sinusoid with the same frequency. Then if somebody say, okay, what is the equivalent sinusoid? Find that. Now, keeping this in the time domain and using trigonometric identities to solve this is cumbersome. More cumbersome than doing this in the phasor domain. Look how simple it is in the phasor domain. What is the phasor equivalent of this one? 1, there is 1 coefficient here, 1 angle 33. And what is the phasor here? 10 angle 45. So use your calculator to add them to get the phasor of this thing. So let me use my calculator. It is 1 angle 33 and plus 10 angle. I can write in polar form as well in my calculator. We got a 10, 11, almost 11 angle 44 degrees. So we actually needed to do this in time domain, but we converted it to phasor domain. We solved it in phasor domain, but the answer is not required in phasor domain. So we convert it back. So what we can write here, 11 cos of same angle, that is the importance of same frequency, plus 44 degrees. Now it would be a good exercise if you can do this in time domain and verify this result. Try to do it. So this is pretty much everything that has to be learned about phasors and the sinusoidal steady state analysis. So you see, if we apply KVL here in the time domain, we can also apply KVL here. So this is clear from here. Similarly, Kirchhoff's current law also applicable. The phasor thing is also applicable on Kirchhoff's current law, and similarly the Thevenin equivalent and everything is applicable here, whatever it is, except one small thing, and that is the condition for maximum power transfer theorem, the condition for maximum power transfer, and that thing has a little change, and I am going to cover that later, most probably when we are going to meet in class.